Hey everybody and welcome back. Today we're going inside of SoundGen to make ourselves some lo-fi hip-hop samples that we will then use to make into a full track. So let's get started with that right now. So one of the amazing things that SoundGen can do here is that we can stem out different tracks here like a piano chord or guitar or even bass and drums. So not only do we have control over everything in our project, but you can also put these inside of a sample pack that you can save for later or share with others. So let's create our first prompt right here. Okay, so getting started over here, we're going to hit the plus button for a new project, and now we can get started with our prompt. All right, so for the first sample that we're going to be generating here today, I want to have a piano chord progression. So we'll put just that, gentle piano chord progression. And that's pretty basic right there. So let's go on down to the keywords over here and pick some other things over here like genre. Let's do something more like hip hop, maybe going to mood and then putting something more like calm. And then for the era, we'll do something more like 1940s. Why not? So we're going to put one more comma and then put no drums. And then from there, we'll actually go down to the bottom corner right here and hit generate prompt for the magic tool. And now we've got a much more comprehensive, detailed prompt over here, hitting plus BPM and setting the tempo that we want. Now we're doing something faster than what I normally would be of 95. And then we wait for our prompt to generate our sample. And while we wait for that sample to be generated, we can start with our next project right over here. And for this one, I want something more like guitars. Simple, gentle, guitar, melody. We'll put something more like acoustic, that sounds good. Calm once again, and keeping it in the 1940s. And go and hit the generate prompt one more time. And then just hit generate. Starting a new project once again. And then typing in vintage, hip hop, lo-fi, drum loop. All right, now we can go back on over to our finished piano sample over here. Now looking at our guitar sample. And finally, our vintage hip-hop lo-fi drum sample. Going on over to clipped over here, we can find the exact spot that we want. You can also zoom in as well. Go to the three buttons right there, and then hit download. That is beautiful. Oh my gosh. Perfect. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's go over some more prompt crafting over here to get some of the best results possible for stems, which as you can see over here, we've been doing a lot of tests recently, and we think we've got some pretty helpful tips over here. So for building out stems like this, me and the team have found out that more succinct, simple prompts seem to be working the best, at least to start off with. So for the piano chords over here, all that we're going to include is the instrument of piano chords, maybe a mood that we want to go for, like chill, the BPM of let's say something more like 75. All right, now this next part here is going to be very important for creating stems. We'll use the term no drums. This seems to be the best phrase that we've used to get the best results for creating stems without any drums in them. And very simple, that's all that we're going to put. And right down here, we'll hit generate music. All right, while it's generating over here, let's go create our guitar sample. And again, keeping it very simple. Guitar, melody, chill, 75 BPM, no drums. Generate, and then go to the plus button again. Now this next one's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be our drum sample. So we're going to start off with something more like vintage, then the genre of hip hop, and then drums only. Drums only seems to be the best way to get a stemmed out drum loop over here. And that's as simple as we can really get it over here. So now hitting generate music. Going to the plus button again for our bass sample. And for this one, I'm going to put something more like isolated bass line, 75 BPM. No drums, and then hit generate. And the most important thing here is that we're going to be going from the 1, 2, 3, and 4, listening to the samples that we generated, listening to how we can improve them by adding a little bit more detail. We're going to create something more like 5 or 6 different samples here for each category, just building and building and building off of that original prompt. That way we have like 5 or 6 different options here in each category for us to import into our track. Also, one thing we've noticed for the team is that the enhance button can actually make things a bit more complicated for something more like stems. So in this particular case, I might be turning that off for right now. And the next part of prompt building over here is going to be that once you've got a few different tracks over here generated, we can try something a bit more complex by hitting the magic wand generate prompt tool. And it's always very important over here to skim through and see if it's everything that you like. And it gave us a genre of ambient, the feel is chill, the mood is relaxed, the tempo is 75, instrumentation is a soft piano melody, subtle strings, no drums. I don't want any strings for this case. Now doing that for the other 3 as well. Really cool over here too. The magic wand actually made the instrumentation more specific at nylon string guitar, so that's gives a bit more information. And after you've already got the generation for the magic prompt we have over here, you can build off of that again. Okay, so now I've got 6 tracks in each category over here. Now let's try and pick out some ones that we like. This one sounds like it has a bit of a bass instrument in it, but I'm not too mad at that. I like the little like glass sound in the backwards too. It's pretty cool. Okay, so for this one in particular, I want to try something. So having this one right here, I'm going to actually go to the 3 dots on the right over there and then hit expand track, which will then pop up over here, and now we can expand song. And now let's try that for the guitar melody as well. This one sounds pretty good. It sounds really good. This one too. I think I had the most luck with the guitar samples over here. All these sound really good. I think for the particular track we're making here today, I think this is the one that I want to try and expand right there. Drum loops over here, I also had some pretty good success. This one has a built-in bass in there too, so that could actually help us out in the future as well. This one over here I also really liked. And there's nothing stopping you over here from downloading both of these. Having this for more of like the verse over here, and then this one from like the hook would be pretty cool. So I'll be expanding this one right here. Now time for the bass line. I think the one I like the most was actually the second one. Let's see how it expands that one. Our piano chords generation is done, and this is how it expanded it. This is beautiful. And now it's like this part of the continuation, the expanded part. Really good. Really good stuff. Alright, so I am definitely comfortable with that one being in our track over here. So going to the 3 dots and hitting download. Alright, getting all of our samples over here and putting them inside of our DAW. And it looks like the BPM did perfectly here. I don't think I need to time stretch anything. And once again, timed up perfectly. Okay, that's another drum loop down. Let's try the piano over here, as it's going to be our main melody. I didn't even move anything. I literally did not move this file at all. This is how I put it inside of the project. I think what I am going to do though is get rid of that one and pull it on over. That is so good, oh my gosh. Definitely got a lot of potential there. We can go in either direction here, man. This is incredible. So good. I think we need to definitely change some of the pitches over here. I don't think they're the same key, but so much potential here. So much potential, and I'm really excited about finishing up this track. And now we can start with the fun stuff over here. So let's do that right now. Let's solo the ambient piano over here and then try and add some delay and reverb, maybe. The guitar might sound pretty cool, it just has like an ambient deal in the background. So arrange some of this out. Really impressed with all of this right now. This is so much fun. These generations were so incredible that I didn't really need too many effects, a little bit of delay and reverb, and that was pretty much it, man. And there's still more that you could really do to this. You can go and find some of the other samples that we used. Again, I mentioned that we had a lot of different guitar samples that would work. Like this one could totally work. Same thing with this one here. So you can just download these and then put inside of the track that you're currently working on, and you've got a lot more variety here. You don't need to stick to just one of the ones that you used. Really experiment and do some really amazing things here with SoundGen. The possibilities here are really endless. And with all of that being said, thank you guys so very much for watching. We really do appreciate it, and we'll see you in the next one.